Hi children, welcome. I am Vijayalakshmi Naik. Today we will be learning class 8th Geography chapter 1, that is resources. This lesson is mainly focuses on what is a resource, types of resource and how to conserve resource. First let us understand what is a resource. Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. What is the resource? Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. Children, when you look around and observe carefully, you will be able to identify many types of resources. That may be textbook, television, furniture, food, water, vegetables. These all the objects or substances which we use in our day-to-day life. When we are thirsty, we drink water, we eat food when we are hungry, the textbook we used to study, vegetables we used to cook for food. So these are all the resources and they all have been used by us. So they have utility. Then what makes an object or substance a resource? Utility or usability is what makes an object a resource. Utility or usability is what makes an object or substance a resource. Then, how does something become a resource? Things become a resource only when they have a value. Value means worth. Things become a resource only when they have a value. Value means worth. What gives its value? Its use or utility gives its value. Students, some resources have economic value, but some resources do not have any economic value. Let's understand this with the example. Mobile, which we are using today, it has an economic value because we pay the money to purchase it. But a beautiful landscape, beauty of the nature do not have any economic value, but it has a natural value. Both are resource. Both are important and both are satisfy our need. Students, some resource can become economically valuable with the time. How? For example, whenever you are suffering from cold, cough, fever, your grandmother gives you some homemade remedy like soap which cures you some extent. This your grandmother home remedy do not have any economic value today, but if these home remedies are patented and sold by a medical firm tomorrow, they could become economically valuable. Okay, next let us understand what are the two factors that can change the substance into resource. Time and technology are the two important factors that can change the substance into resource. Time and technology are two important factors that can change substance into resource. How? Students, people themselves are the most important resource. We people ourselves are the most important resource. Our ideas, knowledge, skills, inventions, discoveries that lead to create more resources. For example, when human being discovered the fire, when in the initial stage, people were not knowing that it will be used in cooking, it will be used for cooking and burning in future. burning, so many things. Similarly, when the wheel was invented, when the wheel is invented, so it has become what we can, our life has become very faster. Okay, the invention of wheel made us our life very faster, and we use wheel each and every means of transportation. So each and every substance which given time and technology has power to convert to resource. Next, let us understand types of resources. Resources are generally classified into natural resource, human-made resource, then human resource. Resources are generally classified into natural resource, human-made resource and human resource. First, let us understand about natural resource. Resource that are drawn from the nature and we use without much modification are called natural resource. Resource they are drawn from the nature and we use this resource without much modification are called natural resources. Air, water, land, soil, minerals, forest. These are all the best examples for natural resources. These resources are the free gift of nature. Students, if we use tools and technology, we can use the natural resources in the best possible way. Again, natural resources are classified into different groups depend upon the level of development and use, origin, stock and distribution. Natural resources are again classified into different groups depend upon the level of development and use, origin, stock and distribution. First, let us understand on the basis of level and development, use, natural resources are classified into two groups. They are actual resources and potential resources. On the basis of their level of development and use, natural resources are again classified into two groups. They are actual resources and potential resources. On the basis of their level of development and use, natural resources are classified into two groups. They are actual resources and potential resources. First, let us understand about the actual resources. What do you mean by actual resources? Actual resources are those whose entire quantity we know. We know how much quantity is available. These resources are being used in the present. For example, the rich deposit of coal in Ruhr region of Germany, petroleum in West Asia, the dark soil of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra. These are all the best examples for the actual resources, because we know that how much quantity of resources are available. Next, move to the next classification, that is potential resources. What do you mean by potential resources? Potential resources are those whose entire quantity we may not be known. And these resources are not being used at the present. This could be used in the future. Why we can't use these resources at the present? Because the level of technology which we have at present, that may not be advanced enough to utilize these resources. Okay, why we can't use potential resource at present? Because the level of technology which we have today, it is not advanced enough to utilize these resources. Example for the potential resource, uranium, which is found in Ladakh. Students, do you know that high speed wings, these were considered as the potential resource 200 years ago, but now these resources are considered as the actual resource, because now we have the enough technology to utilize these resources. Next, on the basis of their origin, natural resources are classified into two groups. They are abiotic and biotic. Abiotic resources are non-living, while biotic resources are living. Example for the abiotic resource, land, soil, water. These are all the example for the abiotic resources. While biotic resources are living, example for the biotic resource, plants and animals. Next classification of natural resource, on the basis of their stock, natural resources are again classified into two groups. They are renewable resource and non-renewable resource. On the basis of their stock, natural resources are again classified into two groups. They are renewable resource and non-renewable resource. What do you mean by renewable resource? Renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished very quickly after use by us. Renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished very quickly after used by us. Some of these renewable resources are unlimited stocks, such as solar and wind energy. But human beings' careless use of this renewable resource like water, soil, minerals or forest can affect on their stock. Okay, some of the renewable resource like water, soil, forest, it can be affected by the human activities. Example for the renewable resource, water, soil, minerals, solar energy, wind energy. Next, non-renewable resource. What do you mean by non-renewable resource? Non-renewable resources have limited stocks. Once the stocks are exhausted, we have to wait for thousands of years. Non-renewable resources have limited stocks. Once the stocks are exhausted, we have to wait for thousands of years. Example for the non-renewable resource: petroleum, coal, natural gas. These are all the best example for the natural resource, non-renewable resource. These are all the natural gas, petroleum, coal. These are all the example for the non-renewable resource. Next, on the basis of their distribution, natural resources are again classified into two groups. They are local ubiquitous resource, then localized resource. On the basis of their distribution, natural resources are again classified into two groups. They are ubiquitous resource and localized resource. The resource which we found everywhere, they are called ubiquitous resource. Example, air. We can find air everywhere. These resources are called as a ubiquitous resource. The resource which we found everywhere are called ubiquitous resource. The resource which we found in certain place or in the particular place, they are called a localized resource. The resource which we found in the certain place, these resources are called as a localized resources. Example for the localized resource: iron ore, petroleum. These resources we can find only in the certain place. Children, here one more question arises in your mind. Why are resources distributed unequally over the earth? Students, here you can ask me that why are resources are distributed unequally over the earth? Because the distribution of the natural resource depend upon the physical factors like climate, terrain, attitude. These differ so much from place to place. That's the reason resources are distributed unequally all over the earth, because these factors like attitude, climate, then what we can say, climate, attitude, these are differ from place to place. That's the reason what we can say, resources are distributed unequally all over the earth. I hope you have understood the topic very well, and we'll end the class here and we'll continue this lesson in the next class. Thank you, children.